Wagyu Gaming. Hey there broski, Swaggy here and back with another Exos Heroes video. This video will be about 5 tips in order to increase wins and points in PvP. Exos Heroes is a very strategic game. You don't just go into battle without thinking who your units will be or pressing recommend to let the computer suggest your highest rated characters. There should be a purpose to what you are going to do in order to get more wins in PvP. So, who is Wagyu in Exos Heroes and why should you listen to him giving out PvP tips? First of all, I am part of the top 50 guild in Asia server called Why So Toxic. Currently we are number 19 as of to the making of this video. I have not lost a single guild battle to date, squad mates can attest to this. My highest win streak is at 34 wins in PvP. This was straight from Challenger to Grand. I currently sit in Legend rank with minimal spending. Consistent Grand finisher every other week, I am not in Legend. During PvP tag, I do not spend at all. My best unit is FC Rera at 512k CP and my best team is only at 2.3 MCP. So now that I have established some of my credentials, let us begin. Tip number 1. Synergy. Always strategize on who you bring into battle. Make sure all your units synergize. It is not just about the Fate Core unit or First Guardian or what, but synergy is more important than Fate Core. Heck, even Kaya can be a better healer than FC Ana in some team compositions. For example, FC Rera alone is not as strong as everyone says she is in PvP. She can easily be nuked down, even with complete equipments. She is quite squishy, she does not deal enough damage too. However, when FC Rera is taken into PvP with whether FC or non-FC Bathory and Ulum, and you see a god breaking down humans with AoE team breaks, AoE high damage multipliers, and many more, this steers right through enemy defenses. Speaking of enemy defenses, tip number 2. Set up your team defense. Do not be lazy and also set up your defensive lineup when you know you'll be away for a good amount of time. You gain plus 34 points in PvP when you are in a 5-game winning streak. However, you gain plus 40 points when your defense team wins, no matter what. And this does not cost you anything. This is what people usually miss. You lose 6 points every time you lose a match. When you're away for 8 hours for reasons such as sleeping, life, yes, there is a world outside of Exos Heroes, you might be attacked 4 to 5 times. So you lose around 30 points for this. You need to win once to recover that 30 points, but do take note, the PvP tickets respawn every hour. It takes less time to set up your defensive lineup than to wait for your PvP tickets to recover. When you win at least once of those 4 to 5 times you were attacked, you recover all the points you have lost in the 8 hours you were away. So yes, please do set up your defensive lineup before going off. Tip number 3. Order of attacks. When attacking opponents, your priority should be to nuke down buffers and shielders first, such as FC Annie, Garf, Ulum, and Chatty, since their buffs and shields can prevent you from nuking down their other units. But do not nuke all non-First Guardian heroes first. This can be used to your advantage if you keep them around. More on this in the next tip. Your next target should be their healer, FC, Ana, Kaya, and other revivers. This is to allow you to avoid that really bad feeling where their whole team revives and then heals to full HP. Of course, you go on to nuking everyone else down after this. Remember, this is very situational. I do this order as much as I can, but sometimes there will really be some random scenario that can't be avoided, and you just have to adjust your strategy. Tip number 4. Going back to keeping the non-First Guardian heroes. Utilize other non-First Guardian units as your punching bag and learn to normal attack. This is to work around Dragon Blood and Wrath. I know that can be very tempting to just nuke down everything that moves in PvP, especially the really squishy non-First Guardian characters, but do not do this. Teams usually have 1 or 2 non-First Guardian characters. These characters, when attacked, do not trigger Wrath. Wrath and Dragon Blood is the main reason why a lot of us lose in PvP. You do not want to defeat them as soon as possible, since they can be your punching bag in order to wait for the shield and Dragon Blood passives to fade. Do not use skills on them, since this may potentially kill these non-First Guardian characters, as they are going to be very squishy. Just use normal attack. Do it for like 10 attacks to wait the shield to come off, and then nuke them down when the opportunity comes. Tip number 5, last but not the least. They say that AoE is a no-no in the current meta. I do not totally agree with this. If you are into PvP and trying to get up the ranks, then at least understand your team. There is a right time and place to do an AoE attack, and the only valid reason to do this is if that AoE attack can kill either FC Zeon or FC Ana, preferably FC Ana. Be smart with your AoE attack. And bonus tip, never play on auto when the other team has FC Zeon or FC Ana. More bonus tips, if you encounter a Bathory and you have some First Guardian units, let Bathory defeat herself via Wrath. So if any of these tips has helped you, please hit that like button down below. If you want to see more Exos Heroes content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.